Well, ladies and gentlemen, after all the qualifying races and the preliminaries, this is it. The Great American Race, as race number 1 of season 34 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us here to Daytona International Speedway for the Speedweek's main event, the Daytona 500, the Great American Race, as we're set for 30 laps of racing on this 2.5-mile high bank racetrack. Speeds upwards of about 200 miles an hour, and boy, it's going to be a tremendous race here this season. And here's your starting lineup for this 500. On the pole, it's Benjamin Miles, number 18. He's the ultra slim fast Chevrolet. He's alongside number 94, the Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile, a two-time 500 winner in this series, Dylan Poteet. Second row has the qualifying race winners. The race number 1 winner, the number 4 car of William Brock, the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 33, another Oldsmobile, Amanda Evans, the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. Oldsmobile sweeping the qualifying races this season. Third row has number 98. That's Laura Chung, the Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. She's alongside 52, Seth Cole, the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. Going to row number 4, it's car number 83, Nori Miyatsky, one of the rookies in the field. Alongside Nori is Stephen Cullen, the number 57, Heinz Tomato Ketchup Pontiac. Row number 5 has one of her in-car cameras, Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford, season 31 500 winner, looking for her second. She's alongside 26, that's Alexander Rowe in the Quaker State Buick. Going to row number 6 has car number 2, Dylan Young, another in-car camera in this season's 500. He's alongside number 21, that is Reggie Fogelman, another rookie to Sitco Ford. Row 7, I should say, has Kev Shearer, the number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile, and number 19, Joshua Osborne, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Ford. Next row down has number 27, Rafaela Duke, another two-time Daytona 500 winner in the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac number 27, and number 20, that is Eric Monaco at the wheel of the Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. Next row, Allison Rain, number 70, the Rumpel Furniture AC Spark Plugs Pontiac, and number 7, that is Aubrey Scott, who shocked them all last season at Bristol in the night race there, winning that event. Next row down has number 43, Mike Becker, and number 6, Austin Reed, the Folgers Ford. Next row down has number 71, the Big Apple Markets Chevrolet of Charles Sanford, and number 89, Evan Rude Pontiac of Daniel Silla. Next row down is Colin Cropley in 25, the Kodiak Chevrolet, and number 75, Mitchell Hodak in the Dinner Bell Oldsmobile. Next row down is number 42, Kyle Matthews, who has our third in-car camera in today's event, and another in-car camera. Trent Dunham is alongside the number 1 Skull Classic Oldsmobile in this field here. Matthews driving the Peak Antifreeze Pontiac this season. Next row down is Ryan Brommer, number 12, the Ray Bessis Buick, and number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Next row is Noah Sewell, number 8, the Snickers Buick, and number 28, that is Jackson Haywood this season, in the Davey Allison colors, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Next row down is Keith Batson, who is in the number 11 Budweiser Ford this season, and beside him, the last in-car camera out of the 5, it is Quentin Moore in the Motorcraft Ford. Next row down is Preston Plord in number 10, and number 5, Phil Parker. Next row down is number 30, that is Zachary Fitzwater, and beside him, number 17, Nathan Ormond. Next row down is number 90, Caleb Fogler in the Public Supermarkets Ford, and number 66, Harrison Ponder in the Trop Arctic Pontiac. And starting shotgun in the field for the Daytona 500 is Cody McGurk in the Ultra Slim Fast Oldsmobile, number 73, not the same team that Benjamin Miles drives for. Benjamin Miles' car is the Hendrick piece, and McGurk's piece is a Bill Barkdahl team piece. So there you have it with that, and that's your 39 starters for this season's Daytona 500, as we are set for 30 laps of racing and also the start of the road to the Castrol GTX Cup Series Championship Weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 31 races this season, and here's the command to fire the engines for the Daytona 500.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Command given the fire the engines as we're set for racing here today, as the pace car leads him off pit road for the pace up, and we'll be back for the start of the 500 right after this. Field being led through turns number 3 and 4 here as you got a Chevrolet and an Oldsmobile leading the field down for the Daytona 500 this season. And off the fourth turn they come here. It'll be Benjamin Miles, the pole sitter for this 500 at 181 miles per hour, but you saw the speeds in the Gatorade Twin 125s, and it'll be well over 190 to 200 miles an hour in the draft as this race goes along. Pace car on the pit road in season 34 is about to commence for the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. William Brock trying to make it 3 wide on the brake in the turn number 1, and he'll make it 3 wide for the lead in turns 1 and 2. And William Brock, the number 4 Kodak film Oldsmobile, the marigold yellow color machine, takes the top spot for the time being. But here comes Nori Miotski, the guy who surprised them all in the 125s, is up to the number 2 position right now, tries to take second position, and they're 4 wide and already a problem in turns 1 and 2. A huge crash in the first lap of the 500. Dylan Poteet, Jessica Shelton is involved. Amanda Evans, the number 7 of Aubrey Scott is involved. Keith Batson is involved. Daniel Silla is involved. Austin Reed, Nathan Orman, Alexander Rowe. Noah Sewell is involved. Caleb Fogler had a problem on pit road, and thus he is oh, brother. What a beginning to this 500, the first caution of the season already happening on the very first lap of the 500. William Brock led the first lap at 175.799 miles per hour, the first lap of the race. Oh, there's Badson's car, the number 11 car. Absolutely destroyed. Well, not quite destroyed, but they got 4 wide, and we've been seeing a lot of 4 wide here at Daytona during speed weeks already here, and especially during the 125 qualifiers. We had 2, maybe 3 incidents where they decided to go 4 wide, and I tell you what, and there's going to be several drivers that's going to be mad right here because you don't go, because I mean 4 wide this early in the 500, and especially on the very first lap. And Nori Miotski made it 4 wide to turn number 3, and then Jessica Shelton drives right into Amanda Evans and takes Alexander Rowe with him right there. There's Poteet, Amanda Evans, Joshua Osborne was also involved. Phil Parker, I think, got a piece of it in the 5 car. 89 car Daniel Silla gets jacked up by the 17 of Nathan Ormond. And Poteet's car stuck up on the bank right there, that number 94 machine, but tough way for some of those drivers 500 to end. Like there's some of these drivers may still get going though, but for some of these drivers I think their day's done. On board with Jessica Shelton. It could happen just like that. There's Shelton coming out of pit road, though, so she's still make a go of it here. At least gain some positions to pick up some points. I know it's only the first race of the season, but points do go a long way towards the run of the championship here. And Shelton's only doing part-time this season, too, by the way. After winning the championship last season, though, she said she always does part-time when she wins a championship in a series right there. And Seth Cole almost reared into the back of Joshua Osborne's car. And Caleb Fogler coming back out on the pit road here to the number 90 car. Amanda Evans as well in the 33 car. And check and see who all got knocked out of the race because of that. Alexander Rowe is out of the race in the 26 car. So is Noah Sewell, and so is Keith Batson. So rough start for those 3 drivers here. But it's William Brock who's your leader in the Daytona 500. And coming to complete the second lap of this race. We'll be back for the restart right after this. Well, this is a sight you don't normally see at Daytona in the Castrol GTX Cup Series here. About what? 5 cars in the inside line trying to get their laps back in the 500, and about maybe 3 or 4 of those cars damaged up here. Those cars being Aubrey Scott, Jessica Shelton, Caleb Fogler, who's already a couple laps down in this race, Amanda Evans, and Dylan Poteet. So their seasons, as I mentioned, starting off very dreary so far in this 500 here. William Brock is your leader. Laura Chung is second. Nori Miotsky third. Fourth is the pole sitter for the event, Benjamin Miles. Fifth is Kev Shear. Sixth position right now belonging to Dylan Young. Then it's Rafael LeDuc. In seventh position, eighth is Mike Becker. Ninth, Charles Sanford. And 10th position is Allison Rain as the green flag flies back underway in the Daytona 500. Let's see. Let's try this again, I guess you could say, as it were. Several cars already being held up on the inside by some of the inside traffic right there. Caleb Fogler to the low side here as the car's already fanning out right here. And oh, do not go 4 wide again, guys. Bunched up right there. Trent Dunham on the high side of the track right there, trying to get behind his buddy Dylan Poteet. Meantime, 2 of the most iconic numbers in NASCAR hooked up here. That's Mike Becker in the 43, and of course you know who that 3 car belongs to, Cole Deaver in the Dale Earnhardt colors, trying to make a run at his first 500 win. One of the veterans, I should say, in the field, trying to make a run for their first 500 win here. Joshua Osborne, we mentioned, was already involved in one of the in that first wreck in that lap 1 incident. And his chances for a 500 win kind of diminished a bit right there as they come down the backstretch here. And oh gosh, Trent Dunham way down the inside of the racetrack here as they go into turn number 3 here. Deaver will fall right in behind Dunham as number 27, Rafael LeDuc, is going to go to the lead. LeDuc going for his second Daytona 500 win here. Here comes Colin Cropley, low side of number 25 car. And he was one of those drivers that was part of that first ever Daytona 500 in this series, and he finished 4th in that race. And that was his best 500 finish of all in this series. But down the left side goes Allison Rain, and she was and Allison has fond memories of that first Daytona 500. She was the winner of that race right there, back when she was Johnny Gardner at least. In the number 70 car. Deaver now falling in behind Dylan Young in the number 2 car as they go into turn 3 here. And Cody McGurk, the 73 car. Remember, McGurk started this race dead last in this 500. He is already up in the top 10. Pulling in behind Mitchell Hodak in a 75 car as they come down the front stretch, I should say. 3 wide, about what? 6, 7, 8 rows deep. What just some incredible stuff here as they come down the front and into turns 1 and 2. And the famous number 43 is now out in front here, Mike Becker. The STP machine, and how about Preston Plord, his first race back in a long time in this series, and he's trying for second position now. But here comes William Brock, the first lap leader of this race, and to go through turns number 3 and 4, and William Brock up to second place now. Kyle Matthews to third, Quentin Moore, number 75, or I should say number 15. I should say he was 75 car last season. And let's remember the last time he was in the Daytona, Quentin Moore won the Pepsi 400. And he's now at the 4th position now, as he too is trying for his first ever Daytona 500 win. And Allison Rain, I think, has now dropped to the apron on the track. And she indeed has dropped to the apron on the track here. Number 70 car, problems with that machine. Tough break for Allison Rain, who is looking for a second Daytona 500 win. Had high hopes for maybe possibly doing so. And Allison's definitely not going to make it back to pit road. And she better get it back on the apron of the track, or else she'll be stalled. Well, she's going to be stalled in the middle of the track. This is not a good place. Here comes Joshua Osborne. Osborne just made it past Allison Rain right there, so he's made it safely through. Brock, meantime, led the first time, and the yellow flag's going to fly for the second time because of a stalled car on the track. So second flat yellow flag of the day happening on lap number 11 as they're going to race it back to the start-finish line as they come down the back front stretch here, and somebody's waiting on the apron of the tractor. That's the 12 car of Ryan Brommer. Down into turns 3 and 4 they come here. 3 wide back there. That's between Hodak, Becker, and Deaver as they come down the start-finish line here. And it's going to be the 4 car of William Brock leading back to the start-finish line in this Daytona 500. Under yellow as Jackson Haywood's in the second position in the 28 car. But yeah, tough break for the 70 of Allison Rain, who had high hopes in this 500, or maybe possibly getting a second victory in that race. As you saw Joshua Osborne in the 19 car, kind of tailing along back there, but William Brock is your leader in this 500. Is your leader in the Daytona 500 here, and we'll be back for the restart right after this. Pace car's lights are off right now, so we're halfway home in the Daytona 500. We'll be halfway home actually as we'll restart, as we'll have 15 down and 15 to go for this 500. It's William Brock, your leader. Second is Jackson Haywood. Third position is Trent Dunham. Fourth is Dylan Young. Fifth is Quentin Moore. Ryan Brommer's in sixth position. Preston Plord in the seventh position right now. Eighth position is Mitchell Hodak. Ninth is Cole Deaver. And 10th is Colin Cropley. 11th is Mike Becker. 12th is Kyle Matthews. 13th, Cody McGurk. 14th is Eric Monaco. And 15th is Kev Shear. Then it's Laura Chung, Rafaela Duke, Charles Sanford, Zachary Fitzwater, and Stephen Cullen. The top 20. Again, the cars on the inside there of Aubrey Scott, Caleb Fogler, Jessica Shelton, Dylan Poteet, and Amanda Evans are all not on the lead lap. The green flag flies back on the way, lap number 15, or lap number 16, I should say, in this 500. William Brock trying to make that car as wide as he can. He has dominated this race so far. But here comes number 28. That is Jackson Haywood up in the high side. He's got last week trying to get some help from Trent Dunham in number 1 as they are fanning out down the backstretch here. And oh, good lord! And this part made me nervous ever since they went 4 wide on the very first lap of this 500. This whole thing's made me nervous. Jessica Shelton trying to get herself at least back on the lead lap there. I think she's only 1 lap down. Yes, she is. She's in 32nd position, a lap down, so she's trying to get herself back on the lead lap and try to catch a quick caution flag. And leading the inside lane right there out of the lead lap cars is the 12 of Ryan Brommer, trying to use those 3 cars as a pick to try to move his way to the lead. And Cole Deaver's right there behind him in second position, and right there behind him in the second car out of that lead pack right there as they come on the backstretch now. And oh, brother Poteet, the 94 car, and he's gonna have Cole Deaver to the inside lane here through turns 3 and 4, and Deaver's going for the lead, but he's on the lead lap. Poteet is not. Start finish line they come here. Brock leads that lap again with his going to start finish line here. Working on lap number 18 in this race here. Brock in number 4 out in front. Cole Deaver second position. Kev Shear right there behind Deaver. They come down the backstretch in the turn number 3 here. And Shear trying to make the move to the inside. And he will push Cole Deaver to the top spot to the inside lane, turn number 3 and 4. And move that black number 3 out in front. A pair of black cars, first and second right now. Laura Chung to the low side. Instead in the 125 qualifiers, Chung trying to be a driver to try to turn some heads here. Maybe a driver that could turn some heads this season. And maybe break out here. Seth Cole and Cody McGurk working in the inside lane here. Nori Miotski in the 83 car to the inside. He's got the 15 of Quentin Moore and the 12 of Ryan Brommer behind him as they come down through turns 3 and 4. They have Shove, Deaver, and Shear both up to the high side of the track as they come off turn number 4. And Deaver trying to catch a sniff of the drive off the 71 of Charles Sanford, but that's not going to happen right there. Sanford stays in behind Chung. Closing in on 10 laps to go in this Daytona 500. Laura Chung trying to become only the, I think, the 5th woman to win this 500 here. Only other women to win this 500 here. Ashley Sears was the first one. Then, I believe, Morgan Carpenter, Rachel Williams, and of course Jessica Shelton. The 4 other ladies who's won this 500 before in this series, though. Chung trying to become the 5th one to do so. But that's gonna. But her plans have, of course, her plans with that have shot all the out the window right there. It's 3 wide here: Sanford, Moore, and Plord. Down the low side, and Preston Plord goes to the lead in car number 10. And low side goes number 30. That is the car of Zachary Fitzwater. He would love to get a Daytona 500 win. And Rafael LaDuke, he would like to do it for the 3rd time. Matthews has already won it 3 times, and 3. Oh no, they're gonna go 4 wide to turn number 3. Kyle Matthews. He and the 21 of Reggie Fogelman leaned on each other a little bit right there, and they made it off turn number 4, 3 wide. Thankfully, Matthews had enough of a draft to try to get by all that get by all that unscathed. 9 laps to go. Matthews out in front, Cropley to 2nd, Dylan Young in the 3rd. And here comes number 18, Benjamin Miles. And how frustrated how frustrated is Benjamin Miles knowing that he's the pole sitter, but he has not led a lap today. That could change here probably maybe in a minute or so. Through turns number 3 and 4 they come right off to, to the start-finish line. Matthews out in front, Miles up to the high side now, 22 in the books, 8 to go. Hodak to 2nd position, 3rd position right now, belonging to number 20, that is Eric Monaco. Eric Monaco's never won a race in this series. Reggie Fogelman, well, he's only in his 1st race in this series, so he could possibly bat 1,000 if he can surprise everybody in this 500. Mitchell Hodak, he's only in his 2nd 500 start. You remember he was one of only 3 he was one of 3 drivers that drove the 6 car last season. He was the first one, then Matt Vasconcelos was the 2nd one, and then Aubrey Scott, which got the 3rd ride and did the best out of the 3 of them, which earned her a ride in that 7 car. Which right now, Aubrey Scott right now runs in 32nd position right now. One of the cars a lap down right there. But drivers like he and Jessica Shelton, who are not on the lead lap, they can sure stir things up. And try to play spoiler, if you will. Austin Reed, the 6th car to the low side. He went to the inside right there, but moved back to the middle. That was a mistake there because here comes number 15, Quentin Moore to the low side. 12 car, Ryan Brown right there behind it, approaching Joshua Osborne in the 19 car, and Kyle Matthews gets held up. Yep, he did get held up right there, and just about got Quentin Moore in the 15 car, and Quentin Moore shoots way out in the lead, but that can be trouble at Daytona. Oh dear gosh, that was close. Osborne is holding up the entire pack of cars and is letting Quentin Moore drive away, but here comes Quentin Moore. Also, Quentin Moore has run up to the back of Amanda Evans, and it slowed him down a bit. Hodak stays 2nd, and here comes Stephen Cullen. And they've run to the back of Amanda Evans now too in that number 83 machine. That's shot the plans of, and that has shot all the heck for the 57, 83 in the 3 cars, possibly. Brommer out in front. Second position, Quentin, or I should say, Mitchell Hodak is now out in front. Second is now Brommer. Third, Quentin Moore. And here comes number 83, Nori Miotsky, the driver who surprised them all in the 125 qualifiers, but Cole Deaver shoots down the low side. He's going to follow that 15 of Quentin Moore, and Deaver's going to get the help from the 90 car of Caleb Fogler. And here comes William Brock. He moves inside. Trent Dunham's getting into it. Jackson Haywood's getting into it in the 28 car. Here comes Deaver, low side for the lead. And we talk about veterans in the NNSCRA series, here. Trent Dunham, he's won a Daytona 500 before, but it was in the old Snickers Cup series. I mean, as far as the Castrol Cup series is concerned, Trent's never won a 500. He's won a 400 before in the series. That was back in season 5 with the Jeff Gordon colors. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here. Cole Deaver trying to hold them all off. 43 car, Mike Becker closing up right there in second position. He's battling with Kev Shearer. Best spot, here comes Cody McGurkin, number 73, the driver who started this race dead last. And he could possibly he possibly could pull a last to first deal, possibly. We'll find out what happens in 3 laps. McGurk closes up to the back of Deaver's car. Here comes Cullen, number 57. Matthews is going to go inside. Yes, he will. Kyle Matthews, number 42. He wants to try for a third 500 win in this series. He does have a truck series win here at Daytona as well, too, already this year. And by this year, I'm meaning 2022 as I'm recording this. Rafael LeDuc squeezes right in between Fitzwater and Sanford. 2 laps to go. Mitchell Hodak. Low side, 75 car. And lap traffic up ahead right there. And who's that lap car up ahead right there of Hodak? That is 89, Daniel Silla. Hodak goes inside. Here comes Rafael LeDuc. 27 car. Trying for a third 500 win. And he's got the lead now. Sanford a second. Here comes Plord. Is right there behind him. Cropley, Seth Cole, Nori Miotsky in the 83 car. Ryan Brommer inside in the 12 machine. And here to come the start finish. Going to be the white flag. This time by 1 more lap remaining. Sanford to the low side. Charles Sanford to the lead. Oh, but we're not done with lap traffic yet. It's Harrison Ponder, 66 car. He could screw things up for everybody else. Down the low side. Sanford pulls it behind. Here comes Cropley. Seth Cole right there behind. Quentin Moore. Down the extra chair. It's Cropley to the lead. Cole to second. Moore to third position now. They're the third and fourth turns now. Here they come off turn number 4. Is Cropley going to hold him off for his first 500 win? Seth Cole right there behind him. Quentin Moore to the low side for second position, but it's not going to be enough. Colin Cropley wins the Daytona 500 for season 34. Boy, I said all along the lap cars would be a spoiler in this whole, and the pack was going to be a spoiler in this whole bunch, but it turned out it was the lap cars. It was lap cars all right, but it was lap cars they ran up on that was the spoiler of the whole bunch. But boy, Colin Cropley just happened to be in the right place at the right time in this one right there. But the number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet winner last season at Dover, back when it was Folgers as a sponsor. And boy, I tell you, if I know Cropley, he is one happy guy right now. A guy who's had so much bad luck in our I don't know how many years we've done this. Well, obviously we've done this about now, what, 12 years, but anyway. But nonetheless, it's Colin Cropley already breaking through to get his first victory of the season, and it's the greatest and it's the biggest of them all, the Daytona 500. And what a victory that is for him here. Quentin Morgan will come home second. Third will go to Seth Cole. Fourth to Zachary Fitzwater. Jackson Haywood, fifth position. Sixth will go to Cab Shearer. Ryan Brommer, seventh. Austin Reed, eighth. Charles Sanford, ninth. And Eric Monaco will come home in 10th position. Rest of the finishing second position on down. Rest of the field order for you here. Benjamin Miles, the Pulsar, will come home in 11th position. 12th will go to Rafael Duke. Reggie Fogelman, his first 500, ends up finishing 13th. Laura Chung, 14th. Nori Miyazaki will come home. Miyazaki will come home in 15th position in his first 500 start here. Dylan Young, 16th. 17th will go to William Brock. 18th, Preston Plord. 19th will go to Trent Dunham. And Cody McGirt comes from dead last to finish in 20th position, made up almost half the field in this race. Kyle Matthews, 21st. Mitchell Hodak, 22nd. Cole Deaver was so close to that 500. He ends up finishing 23rd after getting shuffled back in the last couple laps in this race. Stephen Colon, 24th. Mitchell Hodak, 22nd. Cole Deaver, 23rd. Stephen Colon, 24th. 25th will go to Mike Becker. Phil Parker, 26th. And Nathan Orman was the last car to finish on the lead lap in 27th position here. 28th on down, Harrison Ponder, Daniel Silla, and Aubrey Scott rounds at the top 30. Then Dylan Poteet, Jessica Shelton, Joshua Osborne, Amanda Evans, Caleb Vogler was the last car to finish the race in 35th position. And then the rest of the field on down, Allison, and the cars out of the race, Allison Rain had a piston failure. That's what knocked Allison out of the race earlier on. Alexander Rowe, Noah Sewell, and Keith Batson, all because of crashes, all knocked out of this race here. But, boy, I tell you what, if there's one happy guy right now, it's Colin Cropley, the hard luck guy in NR for about like 11, as I said, 11 or 12 years. And he ends up your winner in the 500 after two caution flags slowed this race down to 138.766 miles an hour. But take nothing away from him on that one here. So that will do it here today in the Daytona International Speedway here. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on this channel. You will not regret doing so, and neither will you regret checking out our other two channels that does NNSCRA offline. Those two channels being X86753988X. It's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also Thrash Maniac 99's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check out those two channels for some cool stuff. And not to mention also this channel you're watching right here, the NNSCRA channel as well too. So that will do it here today at Daytona. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years celebrating 11 years, I should say now, of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Rockingham for the GM Goodwrench 400.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?